Got the sound. Annabelle, that's interesting. I wonder where your Siren asteroid lies in your chart. I'm going to ask my husband. My husband's an astrologer. I don't know if I've ever heard that term, but we're going to ask him about it. All right, guys. All right, let's see. Siren. So the thing is, one is I feel like everyone can align their voice with their soul self, and it will sound pure. There'll be pure tones to it. There'll be a siren to it, right? But I also feel like, there's lifetimes, whatever that means. I'm a starseed. I'm a Matakan starseed. And Matakan starseed sang in these kind of pure tones. So I learned that recently, and that really lit up for me. That felt light. That felt like, oh yeah. So I don't know if anyone else feels like a Matakan starseed. It's a water planet. Supposedly it blew up, but there's actually now a new parallel universe where that Matakan planet is still active and alive and well. But it's a planet where there's like more like creatures like whales and dolphins, where they communicate from these pure tones. So we spoke about you being Matakan when we went live together. Yes, 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 yes. So yeah, so that makes a lot of sense to me. Um, so in this kind of physical realm, I feel like that makes sense to me, the Matakan. But when we're talking about vibrational alignment and just vibrational alignment with the pure fractal of one love consciousness, Christ consciousness, we can all just intend that consciousness through our voice. And the more we practice it, the more it comes through. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. So we'll see. So sorry that the sound wasn't over here and I had it on private, but now we're on it. We had a long conversation. We had about a half-hour conversation about vibrational alignment. It was pretty good. I'll try to find it and post it. So, guys, tune into what's called Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is the consciousness of that you are a whole, loving, peaceful being. You are the I am presence. You are the God presence. You are the source energy. That's what Christ consciousness is. That's what Christ it means. Awareness of your love nature. So tune in. Let's align with that by just putting our focus there. 1, 2, 3, 4. spiritual beings, one of the greatest ways to find vibrational alignment is find things that really bring you into this expanded love connection state. Maybe it's here with me. But I'm going to tell you about a few life experiences that I've had that helps me tune in to this, that helps me really tune in. One of them is when I was in my 20s, I was going through a very hard breakup after 10 years, and my friend took me to a born again Christian church. And I was like, what do I have to lose? You know, when you're that depressed, you're just like, I'll try anything. And I did. And I went to the born again Christian church, and they said, does anyone want to accept Jesus Christ into their heart and see what happens? And I was like, what the heck? So I got into the center of these people, and they all were like doing this over me. And I'm in the center, all in this circle. And they did some prayer, and I accepted. And I walked out of that church completely heart open, not depressed again for years later. It was amazing. And I had this experience. I had this spontaneous quantum leap into the field of my unconditional heart. It was amazing. And so when I think back on that experience, I know I felt the truth of myself in that moment. Another thing that helps me is becoming a Holy Fire Reiki master. I am a Holy Fire Reiki master and a Holy Fire Karuna Reiki master. And during those trainings, something lifted, something released, something awakened. And it was that Christ consciousness. Holy Fire Reiki is actually Christ consciousness. And now I feel like those energies just are part of me, part of my alignment, are my voice. And so sometimes I bring Reiki, you know, I'm bringing Reiki, Holy Fire Reiki in my voice, whether I'm intending it or not. But guys, when we visit, oh, and another experience, when I was 19, I went to this ashram my mother took me to, and they gave me Shaktipa on Guru Maya's birthday. It sounds crazy, but she's up on this temple, this like marble temple, and it's her birthday, and like hundreds of us come up for Shaktipa, and she takes this peacock feather and she just hits your head with it again. Instant, spontaneous, quantum leap into my heart, into expanded joy, bliss, and unconditional love. These are moments in my life that I remembered. And then I go back to when I was 4. It is actually in my astrology chart. It actually is in my chart, and I had a psychic say, whoa, something happened around 4 that woke you up. Now, sometimes it's not these blissful things like getting Shaktipa or getting trained in Holy Fire Reiki. Sometimes it's our trauma that wakes us up. And so at 4, I was chased up the stairs and beat with a hairbrush, and the thing broke on my butt. And I remember having almost an outer body experience, and all of a sudden popped into the consciousness of Christ consciousness, and hearing something say, she knows not what she does. She is love. She's just her human self. She's just stressed. I popped into Christ consciousness as I was getting hit. It is that moment that woke me up. Now, it really wasn't that bad. The psychic said it could have been a lot worse. The traumatic incident could have been a lot worse. But this was enough to wake you up. So there's moments in our lives that wakes us up to remember, to quantum leap into our Christ consciousness, into our one love awareness. And the more and more you visit those things, and the more those quantum leaps happen, the more you're going to hear it in your voice, right? You're going to hear it in your voice. You're going to feel it in your heart. You're going to live from higher emotions rather than lower emotions. And we're still walking this human path. We're still going to get triggered, but use your triggers to help you find vibrational alignment. And knowing the ins and outs of your astrology chart can help you pinpoint, oh, yeah, like this is common for someone with this chart alignment. Oh, this is why I have this challenge. And then what happens is we can find just the right frequency, because that challenge goes can show up in your chakra map, and we can see just the right frequency to use to help you clear that chakra and clear that emotional habit. You got to find just the right frequencies. And so that's why we have something that we put together called the harmonic healing map, where we use your chart, we put it into the chakra map, and I do the sound healing for it. So it's like this beautiful program my husband and I love doing. And then you get a playbook on how to use your own voice to clear this stuff up. So this is important work, guys. Vibrational alignment means that you are aligning with the one love frequency that you are. Now, if I really kind of get metaphysical, I start to think, well, truly what we are is beyond frequency. The I am presence is not frequency, because frequency is of the physical world. But we popped into the physical world through wanting to experience a physical separation from the I am presence. And even though we're not separate from it, this is a simulation, a quantum field that makes us feel like we are. So we have this experience. And these experiences wake us up to the fact that, oh, so this quantum field is vibrational. The I am presence is not. But unconditional love is a frequency that we can get that's close enough to the I am presence that we are. May I get healing for menstruation, hormonal issues, swelling in my breast, and lip going on? Sure. So we have someone just having a little request. You sure can. Let's see. Right on time. Hello, Lewis. Nice to have you here. All right, guys. So we have someone over here on this other live that would like a little bit of hormone balancing. So let's do that. Because whether you are, we all have hormones, right? So the hormones are related to not only the second chakra, but also related to the sixth chakra, where the pituitary and hypothalamus and gland are. Okay, this spot is responsible for the formation of all hormones. Now, the hormones can also hormones. So this is the master gland that affects all the glands that produce hormones. And the other things that have to do with your hormones is your thyroid and your adrenal glands and your ovaries and testes. So if we're talking about hormones, what I want to do is play with the frequencies of the master gland and the frequencies of in the second chakra of your sex glands. Okay? So we'll do that. Okay? So let's do it. And what we want to do is shift what we are identifying with. If we identify ourselves as a human and as hormones, then they're going to be more cause and effect in our reality. But if we say, oh, I am a one love being having an experience of a body, then the hormones aren't that big of a deal to us. We don't identify as a hormone. We identify as a love being. Make sense? But if we identify as I am a woman, I am having hormone issues, then listen to that I am. That I am statement is powerful. So what I want you to do is start saying, I am an infinite being, and an infinite being doesn't have hormones, therefore doesn't have hormone problems. am presence that you are. You're an infinite being. An infinite being having an experience of a body, but isn't a body. You are an infinite being. The body is a neutral playing ground. Be grateful for it. But it's programmed by the infinite being and the mind, the lower mind and the higher mind. So it's just living out programs.
Exhale feature.
So have gratitude for your body and gratitude for the programs that you program with it. Have gratitude for the discomforts that reminds you, oh wait, I think I'm identifying too much with the body. The body requires, I require the body to identify with my infinite beingness, not my psyche. So imagine your infinite love, the infinite being you are. Imagine it embodying into every cell of your body. Every cell you experience as your body. It's infinite beingness. It's love incarnate. All systems are running beautifully and in perfect alignment with love, not judgment, not separation, working together in perfect flow and harmony. So any imbalance in your body is an imbalance in your thoughts. Bring your thoughts back to your infinite beingness, into infinite love. Balance your body through infinite love. Balance yourself through knowing yourself through the I am presence, through the I am. That is the truth of you. Bring that program into the body. Every other program we say, no thanks anymore. We transmute it into love, and the body follows. May this sound remind you of your infinite beingness. And may this infinite beingness be brought into the body to program it with love. Pure, infinite, the I am presence. You are balanced, you are whole, you are complete, you are peace, and your body remembers that bliss. We are in balance. We are in balance. You know, I really want to talk about this comment. It says here, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And what Jesus said is, you are the way, you are the truth, you are the life. You will do greater works than I, because I am here to show you the possibility of consciousness, and you will grow and evolve that consciousness because we are the one love of God. We are the one son of the I am presence. He came to show us and connect our hearts, just like we're doing right here. So each one of us is a disciple of consciousness, of light, of one love. That's how I see myself. We are connecting the fractals. And Jesus that's all he was doing. Say, we're fractals of love. There's only one Son of God, and I am it. Jesus said that. But he said, but you're it too. And you're it, and you're it, because there's only one Son. And we're all fractals of that one sun, that one light, that one love. And so what I appreciate about Jesus, Yeshua, is that he walked the walk of higher consciousness, and he opened the door of consciousness so that we could all come through and keep expanding the consciousness. So I have tons of respect for that. Actually, he is inspirational as an ascended masters to mirror. Yes, he is a miracle healer, so I'm happy to accept his healing. Yes. But he said, so are you. It's in the Bible. And so are you, and you will do greater works than I. The strong-minded Christians always leave that part out. It is in the Bible. You will do greater works than I. There is one Son of God, and you and I are it. So, yeah, no. Yes, we can all do great works. We can all do the miracles. We're all miracle workers. That's what he came to show us. That was one of his missions, and that's what we're all here doing. We're all here mirroring to each other the love and the miracle that's possible. That's if you want to vibrationally align with one love consciousness. Or are you going to align with the anger, the shame, the blame, the polarity of the collective field? And Jesus said, no, you have an opportunity to always choose one love consciousness, Christed consciousness. You can always choose that. You can always align with it because it's who you are. You don't have to heal it. You don't have to fix it. It's always who you are. The only thing we're healing and fixing is the little barnacles. We're going to pluck off the physical heart, the pain body. I'm going to pluck off the barnacles of the pain body, which basically are these crusted little realities that we've made true through our pain body, our psyche, and our ego. And we're just like, get off there, get off there. That's not real. Get off there. We need each other, Louis. I agree. I'm going to say, instead of we need each other, we are each other. We are each other. Yeah. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. What else are we working on? Any questions about vibrational alignment? Anything else someone would like a little boost on? Thanks for asking. Thanks for speaking up and asking what you would like. And we have just under about 45 minutes left. So we still get to hang out together. I'm so glad you could help. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I could be here for you, with you, and as you. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for those flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty. We're awesome. We are awesome. Guys, so I am a certified sound therapist. I am an ordained metaphysical minister, a yoga teacher, um, a singer. How about prosperity or wealth? Yes, let's do that. And I love coming on to these lives, just connecting community, doing my part to kind of share that one love consciousness. And my business is doing sound healings for people, doing metaphysical direction and mentoring for people. So if you want to go deeper than what we're doing here tonight, you know where to find stuff and descriptions and links. Happy to work with you. I start with 15-minute sessions to make it really easy for people. I also have a group. It's only $44 a month. We meet 2 times, and we're building this community. There's 3 people in it now. I'm hoping to grow it to 50 people. But we do vocal oneness work, and we do 75-minute group calls twice a month. So see if that speaks to you. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Marskira, where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? We're going to work on prosperity activation to let go and clear limiting beliefs. Toronto. Okay. Guys, I love seeing where people are tuning in from. So we have someone from Toronto, Canada. I'm in Boulder, Colorado. Where are you guys from? All right, guys, we are going to take our infinite beingness and connect it into our experience of prosperity. All right, we got Texas. Awesome. What part of Texas? Because Texas is pretty huge. Austin, Dallas, Houston. Houston, all right. All right, I like to do this fast tapping because we're going to get into that 150 beats to help get us into the subconscious through the theta brainwaves. All right, you guys can keep tapping on TikTok. Let's get to 5,000K. See if we can get this live into the For You page. See how many people we could support and connect. Bloomington, Illinois. All right. All right, guys. If we're infinite beings, we have infinite abundance in health and wealth. We have infinite prosperity. So anything in our psyche and pain body that isn't aligning with our infinite possibilities with prosperity, we're going to ask it to just take that program and put it into this sound. Tap into that programming. Any programming that says I have a lack, I don't have enough, put it into the sound. It's a misperception, and misperceptions can be healed and resolved. We are infinite beings. That means we have an infinite flow, infinite prosperity, infinite abundance, infinite health. claim our infinite nature. We claim our infinite prosperity. We claim our infinite abundance. We claim our infinite health. We claim the experience of infinite beingness, of love through these bodies. We are the avatar of one love. It is so, it is so, it is so. It is so, right? It is so. It is so, so. Boom, 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 boom. It is so, it is so. It is so, it is so. It is so. It is so, it is so. It is so. And so it is. And so it is. All right, beautiful beings. How does this feel? You guys hear that over there on TikTok? Can you guys hear this? I just posted a video about this. This is the resonance tuning fork kit. I love it. So I have experiences of some breathing challenges. So working on, so when we have challenges in the body, you want to work at it. How I work with people and myself is working on it from every level. So we just worked on it from the spiritual level, right? Just like naming our infiniteness. But sometimes if we don't, our body needs a little more convincing. We have to go into the mental emotional field, the energetic field, and the physical body field. And that's why I still used tools like this, putting it on the body, because it helped, from the physical reality, it helps with releasing inflammation and gets nitric oxide into your system. So if I'm having breathing challenges, there's inflammation in the airways and the lungs. So on a physical level, I use this vibrational tool to talk to the body, talk to the cells, release the inflammation. And so I use a map called the five koshas, because one of the first things I studied in my late 20s is yoga therapy. And yoga therapy, they look at something called the five koshas, and that is these five levels of our existence. And that when we heal in all those levels, healing is holistic and it's full and it's robust. But it all stems from spiritual healing. So we really can quantum leap when we do the spiritual healing that we just talked about, naming our infiniteness and so like that. And then every once in a while we got to visit the other layers, but it all stems from our separation or our thought of separation from the spiritual self. So if we heal that perception of separation, a lot of this stuff, quantum leaps and healings, right? And an infinite being doesn't require healing, right? So once you start to really let go of the identity crisis that we have, um, the physical stuff kind of follows suit, right? As I said, the body's neutral, and we've programmed it through our hook into the collective. And so when we heal that kind of misperception and we release the separation of the misperception of separation, everything kind of falls into place. And some days are better than others, right? And so that's why we have tools like this. Or energy tools like homeopathics. It's why we still have these things like eating food and putting deodorant on and taking a shower, like that kind of thing, because we're still participating in the physical world. But the more that we identify, the more and more that we identify with the infinite that we are, the less We really require these things, right? We still, yeah, you'll notice that the more you wake up, the less food you really need. Um, I mean, there's people, breatharians, right? There's that only breathe. They don't even drink water or eat food. You know, that's an extreme thing, but like we can get to that. I mean, the thing is though, I mean, come on, food's tasty. So we're kind of all mixed up in this physical experience. Um, but when we're talking about vibrational alignment, it's like it's an identity crisis. What do you want to identify with? And each identity is vibrational. And so what feels best to identify with? Um, yeah, what feels best to identify with? That's basically what vibrational alignment is. And when you identify with the frequencies of peace and unconditional love, then you walk in to the frequencies of a universe that's made from love and peace. But if you're identifying as a body and identifying with shame and guilt, if you're identifying as, a hurt person, well, the universe has no judgment. You will keep walking the path of a hurt person, and a hurt person needs things to hurt them, right? So that's the reality you're aligning with. But if you're an infinite being and you live from ease and grace, then you're like, yeah, okay. Then the universe has to provide ease and grace because that's how you are aligning. It's super simple. But sometimes we have to go into each area and convince those areas. Make sense? Let's see. How do you stop inappropriate clients? Oh, inappropriate clients from messaging you if you do healing and message. Oh, well, I don't have that. So, what misperceptions? See, okay. So the question is over here, how do you stop inappropriate clients from messaging you if you do healing and massage? I'm getting very angry with the responses to my ads. Okay. I know this is going to be uncomfortable, this response, but where in your subconscious and where in your past are you vibrating that same anger or that same vibration of inappropriateness? Whether it happened to you or that you acted in that way, whether it's this lifetime or past lifetime. So your clients react like if you're getting angry from something, that trigger is a mirror to what to heal, what misperceptions to clear in the subconscious and psyche, right? So, what the easiest way to clear that is something called like Ho'oponopono. Tune into that client that's having this inappropriateness and just be like, we're co-creating this on some level. I acknowledge that. Yeah. So this is what you're going to do, guys. Whatever that trigger is, here it's an inappropriate message and client that's triggering you into anger. You are co-creating this experience because you are aware of this experience. Whatever situation that you're aware of in front of you and you have this anger toward, or this frustration, this polarized pain body activated, you are co-creating that experience. Now, an awake person, which sounds like you are, starts to deal with it in this way. I acknowledge that this is a co creation. Okay, then I would do something like Ho'oponopono. I acknowledge I'm co creating this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Give me the strength to not create from these misperceptions anymore. I see the wholeness and love that this person is. That's what you do. That is the simplest way to quantum leap your life into one love reality and to start switching that mirror of what's happening. Make sense? I'm going to say this again. Whatever thing is coming up to your life that you are aware of and is present in the present moment and it's bumming you out, you're getting angry, or you're frustrated, this is a co-creation with the collective. And what you need to do is acknowledge that you are co-creating it. And because you're co-creating it, you say, I'm sorry for co-creating this situation that feels so yucky. Some level you agree to it, you're co-creating it. I am so sorry. Please forgive me for my part. Thank you. Give me the strength to not co-create this again. This is not who I am. I am one love. And I see this person's light, and I see the fractal of one love that they are. If you can do that with everything that butts up against you, you are going to see the responses to your ads change. And then after you do that practice, sound out the consciousness of unconditional love. So, can you clarify? It's so intense. What's intense? One love consciousness isn't intense. It's just this isness. What's intense is the experience, your emotions, and your identity with it. The anger is so intense. Okay. The anger is intense. Feel it. Feel the anger. Okay, guys? If you have something coming into your field in your life that makes you angry, feel it. Wow, this anger is intense. This is intense anger. But intense anger is out here. It's not who I am. Intense anger is the egos, it's the pain bodies. It's not mine. Because an infinite being isn't angry. So, it's like getting on these lives. At first, several years ago, when you first getting on lives, you get some really strange people. You get really weird comments, and then you start reacting from them and stuff. Now, like, you do Ho'oponopono, you just say that's not part of this infinite love. It just starts to leave the field. Yeah. The anger is a defense. The anger is the ego's defense system. It's not the infinite being's defense system. The infinite being doesn't need to defend anything. It just loves everything. So it doesn't mean you're a doormat, but it means that there's some shifting of perceptions. So honestly, please do this with me right now. Repeat these words after me. If something is creating anger in your life and this situation and this person, Say to yourself, I'm co-creating this on some level. I know that. I acknowledge that. Say that now. I acknowledge the anger. It's intense. But this isn't who I am. Say that. I'm sorry for this co-creation. Say that. Please forgive me. Say that. Thank you. I tune in to the truth of myself as an infinite being and as love. Say that. And as I tune into that infinite love that I am, I acknowledge the love and the light that you are too. This being that I thought was making me angry, that was doing inappropriate things, I love you. Thank you for giving me this. Thank you for playing this story out with me so that I could find my heart again. I see you as love. I see myself as love. I ask that I have the strength to not co-create this again, that I can move on from this karmic story. There's nothing to defend. I am the I am presence. I am an infinite being. There's nothing to be angry about anymore. And the more you can do that, the more you're going to start to see a shift in what you're vibrationally aligned with your ads. You're welcome, Louie. I'm love, not angry. You know, when you learn a different language, it's interesting because in other languages, they don't say, I am angry. They say, I have anger. The I am is so powerful. Yeah. The I am statement is so, so powerful. And other languages know that. I don't know what happened here, but like saying I am and then putting anger to it. I am present. I am love. I am infinite. I am peace. Right? Be very cautious of putting the I am to something that's very low vibrational. Right? I am feeling, or I have an experience of. These are ways to get around that. So I hope that helped. And then once you start getting back into your heart, you can start to tune out the one love presence. Or another way to do it is to feel the anger and let your voice process the anger, which is equivalent to plucking the barnacles off your heart until the tone becomes pure love again. That's really powerful. When you notice that you are processing the anger frequency through sound, and then all of a sudden you can sense that it's shifting because the sound turns into pure tone, your heart feels clear, you don't feel the anger anymore, you feel the love. So let's try that. Let's try this. So if anyone's facing anger, experience of anger, just feel it right now and give it your voice. So if I'm tuning into the collective anger in the field, which is probably a lot of, I'll tune into that. stay there when I'm not angry. So let's just turn it into love right away. Mhm. Um, Mascara. Um, if you would like to do a little bit more private work with me, let me know. I'll put the link. I start with 15-minute sessions. If you just want like a 15-minute clearing, and go over this a little bit deeper, um, let me know. I can put the link in there. Um, I can just show you. I can. You tried a wolf howling? Good. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah. How'd that work for you? Wolf howling's amazing. It's wolf howling can be very powerful. Guys, this has been a great live. You guys are amazing. Small and mighty groups. I got up at 4:30 yesterday morning, and we went to a service here in Colorado. Yeah, check it out. Um, I went to a service in Colorado, sunrise service. Um, Let me just get let's see. Bum, 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 bum. What am I trying to do here? What am I trying to say here? Oh, the sunrise service was amazing, but the message was about don't underestimate your small acts of love, your small groups of love. This is how Jesus did it. Yeshua, like just smaller groups are fine. We get a lot done. And that's how it seems to work for me. For as long as I've consistently been on these platforms, it's small and mighty groups, and that's okay because we're being the dominoes here. And the domino, here you go. Here is a site with some of my offerings on it if you want. So never underestimate a small group. When two or more align with a common intention, like one love alignment, it's powerful. It's potent, right? I mean, granted, like if we could get 1% of the population all tuning in to one love consciousness at the same time, that'd be pretty powerful. A few weeks ago, there was something called the global synchronization. And I think they got a lot of people, but it's something I do every Tuesday morning is 3 minutes of love. And that 3 minutes of love is a global synchronization. We've been doing it for 2 years. We do it in smaller groups. But if you guys want to make it bigger, let's make it bigger. We could have big groups all focusing on just 3 minutes of focusing on love, because when two or more people hold a common frequency, it creates a powerful, potent field of love in the collective. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Yep. We will. Yes, we will. All right, guys, I have about 6 more minutes here. How would you like to end our time? One, I do want to say, come back tomorrow morning for 3 minutes of love. Gather a few friends, hold the love frequency with us. We start at 8:30, building the community, and then at the top of the hour, we hold 3 minutes. We chant the word love. We sing out pure tones for 3 minutes. It's powerful. So come on back tomorrow morning. Um, If you guys want some deeper work with spiritual direction, sound therapy, um, all of those are, you know where to find them. I do mentoring. I love doing voice mentoring, and we start with the way to start that is the vocal oneness. Because the thing is about voice work is it's not your voice gets clearer and more pure the more you do the spiritual mentoring work. And so we increase clarity and intuition, and we heal the psyche, and we do somatic work, and we do vocal technique work, and it all works for spiritual enlivening. And when you do that, the voice gets clearer. It's pretty amazing. So if anyone's like, I really want to do sacred voice work. I really want to do sing in my sound baths, and I want to do sound with my Reiki. Really encourage you to join us in vocal oneness. Really encourage you to do vocal oneness. Or if you know of someone that's looking for a group to work on their voice and their spiritual practice, that's what vocal oneness is about. It's about voice bringing us to the experience of our soul, of unconditional love. And you do that through voice practices. So we meet twice a month on Zoom together. It's super affordable. It's only $44 a month for 2 sessions with me. And you know, if you've seen some of my offerings, I charge coaching prices for one-on-one. So, you know, they're kind of up there. So this group is quite a deal if you want to do this kind of work. And I'll put that in the comments as well. Here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's in my bio link as well. Yeah. All right, beautiful people. I think I will complete this time together with a little gentle love song. May we sleep in peace and love. May we sleep in peace and love. Thank you, Louie. Good night to you too. Much love and respect. Namaste, beautiful people. I hope to see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Marskira. Bye-bye.